Good morning, good evening, g'day. Welcome to Drone News Now, not the AI version. We've got some interesting news today and some under-the-radar news as well. In our first piece of news, that pilot who flew the Pacific Palisades Fire has been arrested and sentenced, believe it or not. So this drone pilot actually took off from a parking structure and flew about a mile and a half out when he then flew into the Palisades Fire plane. He did plead guilty. He's been sentenced to 150 hours of community service and required to pay restitution covering the damage of the plane, which is estimated to be just around $65,000 to $70,000 to fix that plane. This does highlight the potential dangers of reckless drone operations in emergency situations, but I am very curious on all of your thoughts, which you can showcase in the comments below, about whether you think the intent from the pilot was clear, what you think about the actual restitution, and what you think about the consequences of this particular pilot. This pilot was a 56-year-old man, and I promise it was not me, even though his last name was Aikman. My last name is different from that. For everyone who has commented, thank you very much. That being said, we have another story similar out of Europe this morning, as a pilot was fined for drinking and droning. Yes, you heard that right. He was fined $2,900 as he flew over a car show intoxicated with a BAC of 0.69. How he was standing is very unclear. How he was flying is even more, really makes you question your life decisions after that. But it's only in developed countries that drinking and droning is illegal. As a reminder, here in the United States, having a BAC over 0.04 can get you in the same amount of trouble, and it's also illegal in Japan. Rumors swirl if the $2,900 fine is enough to quell this type of behavior or incentivize it by seeing how many certificates you could rack up. Just kidding. It is illegal to drink and drone. Anyway, also this week we've got some news. The new FAA administrator has been appointed. Chris Rock is the new FAA administrator. No, I don't mean the comedian. Mr. Rockaloo has over 20 years of FAA experience, which could be really beneficial for the modernization efforts at the FAA. He is expected by the Trump administration to push for merit-based hiring and streamlined regulations to promote flight innovation. However, CEO Chris Anderson reminded the public that the new administrator previously eliminated simulator-based training programs, which could have possibly impacted aviation safety events in the past. Time will tell whether these decisions positively or negatively impact the drone and aviation industries. I will say we can always find negative things on anyone running for these offices. It does make you question, why he was afraid of diluting the pilot population with simulator-based training. But that being said, I will say I think it's actually quite good that the FAA has an administrator. The FAA desperately needs good leadership. And this is more so important for manned aviation than it is unmanned aviation. It might even come to the point of, should the FAA really even be handling unmanned aviation? Yes, Michael Huerta, I'm still going to quote you from the halls of Baltimore at the FAA symposium, where you said to me, I regret actually taking on the Perker case, and we should never be regulating these toys, end quote. But that being said, that will just stay chatter that has been circling in my head for years now, ever since that was said. I even reached out to Raphael Perker and told him that directly. That being said, we do have some news under the radar this week. A new company that I'm very excited about, Airspace Link, is taking the production line to the skies as they are taking drone delivery quite far in Detroit, offering services that are really taking like literal parts across the city, and they're managing multiple points of drone delivery to showcase what is truly possible. Well, now they're also collaborating with Spexy to provide a blockchain-based data platform ensuring network security of aerial imagery that's provided to clients. This even offers drone pilots an opportunity to earn revenue by contributing to the aerial imagery of the Spexy network If you don't think that archived drone photos are valuable, well, then you haven't been to a hurricane-prone area yet. That being said, Airspace Link is really driving past the traditional methodologies and concepts of drone delivery. And honestly, they are flying under the radar right now, and you should really take note about what they do, whether you're a drone pilot, whether you're interested in drone delivery, or whatever it is that you like to do. They are making waves. I would say pay attention to Airspace Link, as they are a company that is worth following. That's going to do it for this week's Drone News Now. As always, my name is Paul. This is not the AI version. And I just want you to know that we thank you for all things here at Drone U. If you want to learn from experience, then you're going to want to learn why the battery test is so valuable in your drone operational protocols. If you don't know how to do the battery test, then you're going to crash one day. That's going to do it for us today on that bombshell. Thanks again for joining us at Drone U HQ.